Yo, what it do, y'all? It's your boy Big J, host of the JJL Sports Talk. Um, as I bring in some of um, the chat in here. What's going on? Y'all? What's good, Jeremiah? What's good, my brother? What's going on, man? We have a lot to talk about today, so keep the comments rolling all day, all episode. Yeah, like I said, we have a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. We got the obviously the I believe on Friday the men's the U.S. or the Olympics start. So that means the U.S. men's and women's basketball team will be going to Paris. I believe they already are in Paris. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna dive into their pool. I appreciate that, Jeremiah. That's listening to some good sports talk from Legend itself. Well, it will be Legend himself, not itself. But I got you. I get what you're saying. Um. So yeah, we have a pretty pet schedule as far as topics. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes for the chat to get booming. But comment comment what your favorite sports are. Comment what's your favorite teams, players. As we get more chatters in here, I'm gonna post the. Let me post a link to my. Yep. So, as you guys see on the screen, I have the NFC conference, their conference up right now. So when I do like the conference, both conferences and the division are the preliminary records, that means that football season is around the corner. So normally like around like this time, early August, I do my top 10 list of the three most main positions. Tight end is pretty easy. All you have to do, I'll do like George Kittle, Mark Andrews, Travis Kelsey, some other Matt LaForte from the Lions. But usually around this year, the time of year I do my yearly. Since the season starts in September, or the week one starts in September, I usually do my my top 10 um, tiers of players. As y'all know, I'm a Ravens fan. So Lamar Jackson. So I'm gonna hold off the QB on the QB list until I'm gonna say that for the best for last. So I'm gonna do wide receiver list, my wide receiver list, and then the running back list, and then finally the QB list. So be on the tune out for be on the tune in for those episodes as I dive in. So today, depending on how long this episode lasts, I'm going to dive into the NFC conference, do a deep dive on them. Like the segment I like to call, and let me put it up real quick for y'all. What? Let me put that up there. The NFL road trip. So and also around this time, I normally do my around the league road trip with all the teams. I break down the records. Well, my projected records for them. For each team. Obviously, I probably can't do every team both conferences in one episode. I'm gonna break it up. So today I'm gonna do the NFC. All the teams in the NFC, break them down. As of right now, as you see in the screen, I have the NFL, the 2023 NFL, the records for the NFC. So we have, and mind you, a lot of shakeup have happened in free agency, so some teams are a little different. So last year, the Niners, which made the Super Bowl, last year they represented the NFC in the Super Bowl. They had 12-5 record. Behind them was the Dallas Cowboys. Behind them, so Dallas and San Fran tied with the same record, 12-5. The Lions at 12-5. Eagles 11-6. Rams 10-7. Tampa Bay 9. So I mean, as you get down the conference, I mean, Carolina had 2 wins. Arizona had 4 wins. Washington had 4 wins. New York had 6 wins. So I feel like the top, you can feel like the top 10 teams are probably gonna look the same as last year, but Niners being on top. But like we'll dive in. We'll dive into. So let me break down the divisions. All right. So we're gonna, I'll say the AFC for last for next episode, or yeah, I'll probably do next episode. So let's start off with the NFC South. So last year the Buccaneers ended up being 9-8. And then the Saints were 9-8. Atlanta was 7-10, and then Carolina was 2-15. So a lot of changes have happened. So a lot has happened. Like I said, in free agency, a lot of stir up. So obviously, we all know that Kirk Cousins is on the Atlanta Falcons, and then they drafted Penix Penix Jr. As their backup in the draft. They still had Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts. They're going to be looking pretty good. Um, so I feel like with Kirk Cousins there, I feel like, all right. So Buccaneers had 9 wins. New Orleans had 9. I'm going to keep Carolina at 4 in the NFC South. I'm going to keep them at less than 10 wins because I mean they're still young. They got the new players. Obviously, Bryce Young is there. So I'm gonna keep them at 4. I'm gonna shoot the Atlanta Falcons up to number 2. because of Kirk Cousins. Obviously Kirk Cousins is the top tier QB in the league. Obviously it's a big upgrade from the previous quarterbacks that they had. So I'm gonna go with. I might boost him up to number one. Actually, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, so I'm gonna have Atlanta at one with. I gotta look at their record for the upcoming season. Oh wait, that's the wrong. I mean, like I look at their schedule. All right, so week one they play Pittsburgh. That should be a W. So as one win, they're gonna lose in Philadelphia. They're gonna lose in They're gonna lose against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's two losses. They're 1-2. Division game. I think the Falcons have it against New Orleans. So they have two back-to-back division games. So I had them beating New Orleans. I have them beating Tampa Bay. I have them beating Carolina. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 3-2, I believe, so far. Carolina fourth has 4-2. Seattle, I had them losing because of new coach and my Daniel. Geno Smith is still there. DK Metcalf is still there. So I have them losing against Seattle. Tampa Bay again. I see Tampa Bay winning the second matchup. Now I gotta write this down. Oh my god, this all right. So I'm gonna write down my. And of course, this pen doesn't work. I need it to work. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, she didn't do anything though. It's okay, y'all. I gotta write down mine so I can keep checking these things. So they got 10. One second, y'all. So Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Falcons, and Carolina. I guess So we have. So I set up for 2024. So I have Falcons number 1. Two I got Tampa. All right. Yeah, if y'all are tuning in, I'm breaking down. First I'm breaking down the NFC South division. If y'all missed it, I am. I put Atlanta at 1, number 2 Tampa, 3 New Orleans, and 4 Carolina. I just don't think they're gonna do good in Carolina this year. They're definitely on a rebuild. I mean, they got some good pieces, but I just don't think that. I mean, it kind of is open. I mean, because there's some shifts. I mean, who knows what New Orleans can do. I'm not sure if Michael Thomas is a free agent or did he get picked up, or I'm not sure if he signed back with them. Then Kamara, how good is he gonna be? Then they got a new quarterback. Unless they have Derek Carr still. Um, I just don't have faith in Carolina right now, as I used to. I mean, and like I'm an Alabama fan, so when it comes to Bryce Young, he's a good quarterback, but it's like the pieces around him, it's like they need to rebuild for sure. But yeah, but now I'm gonna break down their record, Falcons record, and what their wins totals are gonna be. So Falcons W loss. Okay. All right, so they got week 1 Pittsburgh. That's a W. So that's 1. Next week in Atlanta, they play Philadelphia. That's a loss. Can't say that's a loss. New Orleans, like I said, I had them winning 1. And they got Tampa Bay. I said they winning 1. Carolina should win that one. Seattle still lost. Tampa, they lost against Tampa. They're gonna split. Dallas is gonna be a good one. Sunday, November 3rd. I have Dallas, so that's a loss. Dallas winning that one. New Orleans, I have them beating New Orleans. Second matchup, Broncos. It should be a W. And they have their bye week. They face the Chargers. Be a good one. Oh man. I'm gonna go with on December 1st. I have them beating the Chargers. Do I though? I have actually I have them losing against the Chargers. And then Kirk Cousins is going. Actually, he's staying home. Going Oh wait, no, it's at Minnesota. So he's going to his former team. I have them beating the Vikings. They have them beating the Las Vegas Raiders. I have them devouring the Giants. I have them beating the Commanders. I have them beating Carolina again. That's it. So their win loss total, I have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 and 6. That's pretty fair. So I have them at 10 and 6. All right, let's look at the Tampa schedule. All right. So for Tampa's schedule, they faced the Commanders that they should win that one. 2, I have them losing against Detroit. I have them winning against Denver, losing against Philadelphia. I have them losing against Falcons. They should beat the Saints. They're going to lose against Baltimore. They're going to win against Atlanta. They're going to lose against Kansas City. They're going to lose against San Fran. And then they have their bye week. I think the Giants get this one, so I think I have them losing against winning. I have them losing against the Giants. I have them beating Carolina. Have them beating Vegas. Have them losing against the Chargers. Have them losing against the Cowboys. Have them beating Carolina. Have them losing against the Saints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have them coming in at 7 and 10. Yeah, this NFC is going to be really interesting with all these new switch-ups, all these new matchups. So Devin Campbell. Thanks for tuning in, brother. What do you think about them Giants? Them Giants. So I'm gonna get into that division shortly. I'm doing the NFC South. So would it be fair to say that I'm not done doing the whole division yet, but I have Falcons right now at 10 and 6. Tampa at 7 and 10. I didn't do New Orleans yet, but then I have Carolina losing. Or number 4. Actually, let me finish this and I'll answer your question, bro. All right, let me go to New Orleans. New Orleans. All right. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so I have them beating the Carolina Panthers. I have them losing against Dallas. I have them losing against the Eagles. I have them losing against Atlanta. I have them losing against Kansas City. I have them losing against Tampa Bay. I have winning against Denver. Losing against Chargers. Winning against Carolina. That Cleveland game is gonna be interesting. Actually, I have them beating Cleveland in that one. It'll be a tough one. Then they have their bye week in week 12. Then week 13 they play the Los Angeles Rams. I had the Rams beating Saints. New York Giants, they play. I haven't been New York. I'm sorry. Put that in there. X that one out. I haven't beaten the Giants. I have them having. And they got the Commanders after the Giants. I had them losing to the Commanders actually. Green Bay one. I have them beating Green Bay. I have them beating Las Vegas, and then Tampa Bay. I have them winning. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have them 8-8. I have them actually that'll bump up. I'm at 10-6. New Orleans at 8-8. So that bumps my original prediction. So New Orleans is number 2, Tampa Bay number 3 at 7-10. And then Carolina, I didn't do their record yet, but so I have So that leaves me with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8. I just want to double count. All right, now Carolina. Yeah, Devin. If you're still here, I'll answer your question after I do the Carolina's record. I mean, they're going to be ass. So, oh my God, if they have to play the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles and Cowboys, I feel like the NFC South plays the AFC South, or sorry, AFC West. I mean, because they play because both all three teams I've looked at, they play um the Raiders, Chargers, Denver, and KC. So oh my gosh, like KC will rip apart the Panthers. Uh, all right, Carolina. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be funny. All right, so week 1 they have Saints. I had them losing. Week 2 I had them losing against the Chargers. I'll give them a 1 win against the Las Vegas, but I don't know, man. Nah, I can't. Have them losing against Las Vegas Raiders. They have them losing against Cincinnati. Chicago they could beat with the rookie quarterback, so I'm gonna give them 1 win. Atlanta has them winning or losing against Atlanta, losing against Washington, or losing against Washington. Denver, I'll give them another win. Because because Russell Wilson doesn't play for them anymore, and I'm not sure who their QB is. And Jerry Judy's on the Browns now, so um, Saints I had them losing. Giants I had them losing. Then they have their bye week. Then they face Kansas City after bye. Another loss. Another loss from Tampa. Another loss. Philadelphia. Another loss. Cowboys. Okay, I'll give another win against Arizona. And week 17, they play Tampa Bay, have another loss. So I have them at 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Am I missing a game? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. What was their record? All right, so we are having losing against the Saints, losing against the Chargers, losing against the Raiders, losing against Cincy, gave them a win in Chicago, losing against Atlanta, losing against Washington, having a win against Denver. And the winning is Arizona, so it's 3 wins. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3 and 14. Yeah, they're not gonna win any games, man. That's all right. That's all right. They're on a rebuild, so yeah. But to answer your question, Devin, if you're still here, brother, the Giants this year. I mean, that whole. Well, if you're still here, man, let me. What is your opinion on the Giants, brother? Because the way they handled Saquon Barkley, um, the way they prioritized Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley is just not disrespectful. I think that Saquon Barkley, yes, he's injury prone. He hasn't, I think these are his first couple years that he had two full healthy seasons. Because I know he started off, he got drafted, he had that groin injury or the hamstring, but I don't know how the heck that. I mean, I get every team needs a quarterback. Um, but the piston of that offense. I mean, any sports fan, any NFL fan would agree with me that Saquon was their whole offense. Now there were pieces around them, but whenever the Giants needed like a first down or like a third and short or a touchdown or anything, like Saquon was a man. I mean, I was at that game where they faced the Ravens, and I mean when Daniel Jones got flustered, I mean he went to Saquon and he just carried the team. Um, and to see those videos on social media of them, the owners in like that conference room, and him on the phone with Saquon Barkley and was like, "Yo, we're gonna let you test out the market." I would never let Saquon out the door. Um, so with that being said, Devin, um, I just don't think that. And then you have freaking Darren Waller retiring, so who's gonna be their tight end? I mean, yeah, I mean, I do like Neighbors, like the rookie that they drafted, but he's a rookie. Um, I don't know, man, and the fact that they let him go to an arch rival and the Eagles. I mean, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a rival because Eagles are hands down like way better than the Giants as of right now. Um, I mean, how do you let that man walk? I mean, I don't get it. Um, I mean, I don't even know who they're. I don't know. I don't even know who's in their backfield. Jeremiah said, "I give kind of 4 wins at that." Yeah, I agree for 4 wins. But like I said, I mean, they're in a rebuild. They're in a rebuild. Which is okay. They're just not ready. They're not playoff caliber yet. Takes time, takes chemistry, new coach. But yeah, I just don't. I don't see why or how the Giants let him go. Um, like Trevor said, my boy Trevor said, it won't. Saquon personally wanted out because the money he didn't want. He didn't want to be a Giant no more. So the Giants. I mean, the Giants kind of low. I mean, kind of low ball Saquon. I mean, he gave him the Giants offered him 13 million. He wanted 16 million. I mean, the Eagles. I mean, they signed him for a 3 year, $37.5 million deal contract that could be worth up to 46 million. And they fully guaranteed. Yeah, Trevor, my friend, he's not in the comments. I'm not sure why he can't comment. I mean, you can comment on YouTube, I think. But he did remind me that you Giants have Devin Singletary, but yeah, that is a big setback. I think it said they signed Matt Breida too. Okay, I mean they're still not Saquon level. I mean Saquon is Saquon is the man among himself. Um, but I don't see how if you want to make the playoffs, why they would let that player go. I mean, they kind of prioritize Daniel Jones, which I get. Like I said earlier, that you have to. I mean, you have to have a quarterback in your room that's able to make plays. But at the same time, like at the same time, like Saquon didn't want to be a Giant because like he maybe he didn't feel like he was being appreciated enough in New York. Because they signed Dan Jones before Saquon, and usually, if you, I mean, obviously, yeah, you have to sign your franchise QB, to keep him in town. But then again, you have a top tier. See, Daniel Jones is not top 10 quarterback. Like He's like top 15, top 20, I think, in my opinion. So you'd rather prioritize Daniel Jones. I'm surprised they didn't extend Saquon at the deadline and then kind of like let Daniel Jones play out. I know he got hurt. I'm surprised they didn't let him play out the year and then kind of like slap the tag on Daniel Jones. But if I was, the general manager, I would definitely would have gave Saquon like an offer that's what he wants, because obviously Saquon the New York Giants offense will not operate smoothly if it wasn't for Saquon. And now they add Matt Breida, and then they add Singletary. Yes, they're nice complementary backs, but I mean, you take a downgrade at that position. I mean, can Singletary, when the calling is asked for Singletary, will he be able to put the team on the back? And I'm not sure who the receivers are. I mean, Shepard, he's been out of the lineup. I know Neighbors is a rookie. So a lot of question marks as far as the Giants right now. A lot of big question marks at that. But Devin, yeah, sorry for you, man. If you're still here, man, I kind of answered your question. But how do you feel about the Giants, man? How do you, like, if you're still watching? I'm not gonna see your paper. All right, so I did the NFC South. Next, what should I do next? I'm gonna go. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do the NFC East. No. I'm gonna say some of the best divisions for last. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the NFC North. All right, so going down the line, Detroit Lions schedule. So week 1 they play the Rams. I had them beating the Rams. I had them beating Tampa Bay. I had them beating Arizona. I had them losing against Seattle. And then they had their early bye week in week 5. And then I see them losing against the Cowboys when they come back from break. I see them beating the Vikings. See them beating Tennessee. See them beating Green Bay. See them losing to the Texans. Beating the Jaguars, because there's a lot of question marks as far as Lawrence and that team. So I had them beating the Jaguars, beating the Indianapolis Colts. beating Chicago. I might have Green Bay winning the second one, so I haven't doing that. I see them losing it. I see them losing to Buffalo. Beating Chicago again. Losing against San Fran. Then I have them beating Minnesota. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, and 6. All right, so for the NFC North, got the Lions number 1 so far. Going into the next team. Green Bay. I have them losing. Have them losing against Philadelphia. I have them winning against the Indianapolis Colts. I have actually Tennessee winning this one. I see them beating Minnesota. Losing to the Rams. Beating the Cardinals. Losing to the Texans. Beating Jacksonville. This is Green Bay, by the way. And then losing to Detroit. Then they have their bye week 10. Then I see them beating the Bears in a division game. Losing to the San Francisco 49ers. Losing to Miami. Losing to the Lions. Losing to Seattle. Beating the Saints. Beating Minnesota. And then beating Chicago around the year. So I have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 and 8. Yep. No. All right, so far I have the Lions number 1 at 11 and 6, and I'm gonna wait until I put 2, 3, and 4. Because right now I have Green Bay at 8 and 8. Um, Minnesota. All right, I have them beating the Giants, losing to San Francisco, losing to Houston. I have them beating Green Bay. Have them beating the Jets. And they have their bye week. See them losing against the Lions. Losing against the Rams. Winning against the Colts. Winning against the Jaguars. Beating the Bears. Losing to Atlanta. Or I'm sorry. Beating Arizona Cardinals. Losing to the Falcons. Beating Chicago again. Losing to Seattle. Beating Green Bay and then losing to the Lions. So I have them go 9-8. So it looks like 2 will be Minnesota. Three will be Green Bay because they're 8-8. Let me do the Bears. I know they're gonna be bad because they got. Caleb Williams. He's a rookie, but Chicago. Oh my god, this is gonna be easy. All right. So Bears, I had them losing week 1. Week 2 to the Texans. I haven't beating Indianapolis. Losing to the Rams. It's gonna be a good one. Chicago versus Carolina. I had them beating Carolina. I had them losing to the Jacksonville. And then their bye is week 7. and then losing against the Commanders, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Patriots, losing to the Bears. Losing to the Green Bay. Sorry, losing to the Vikings, losing to Detroit, losing to San Francisco. Man, they have a rough schedule down the road, down the line. Losing to Detroit again, losing to Seattle, and then I think I have been winning against Green Bay throughout the season. So there's going to be 3 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 and 10. It's 13 games. Losing to Tennessee, losing to Houston, beating the Colts, losing to the Rams, beating Carolina, losing to Jacksonville. Another bye. The Commanders. All right, I didn't give them the win against Arizona. So I have them losing to Tennessee, losing to Houston, beating Colts, losing to the Rams, beating Carolina, losing to Jacksonville, their bye week, to the Commanders, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Patriots, losing to Green Bay, losing to Detroit, losing to the Niners, losing to the Minnesota, to Detroit again, Seattle, and then I haven't beaten Green Bay. So 4 and 14? No, that's 18 games. Let's see that. So beating Colts, beating Carolina, losing to Tennessee, losing to Houston, beating Indianapolis, losing to Los Angeles Rams, beating the Carolina Panthers. So that's 2 wins in the. Yeah, I'm trying to get this right. That was. So Chicago ended up with 7 wins. That's my last year. Oh well, I don't think they're gonna win any games. I think I have in 3 games at the most. How can we win? So 4-13 would be 4-13. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So for the people who like my bad, y'all. I was just trying to figure out why my wins and loss total were add up for Chicago Bears. But I mean, yeah. So a lot of um moves have happened in free agency. Josh Jacobs to the Packers. Like I said earlier, like I said earlier, um, Kirk Cousins went to the Falcons. Justin Fields went to Pittsburgh to back up Russell Wilson. Then they drafted Caleb Williams for the first overall pick for Chicago. Um, so a lot of moves have happened. Derrick Henry to the Ravens, to pair with Lamar. But yeah, I mean a lot of I mean like even though these are like early records, I mean depending on like what teams like made the moves, I mean records could change on being on like obviously you can like factor in injuries, um things like that. But tell me like what moves um did y'all like, what moves do you want to see, what um like talk to me, y'all. Like these comments booming. Yeah, I think that I mean obviously I mean like I'm gonna go into the AFC next episode. Um I know y'all waiting for my QB list. I know y'all waiting for that list. I haven't actually made it up yet. I gotta do some research. But actually I do have I did my wide receiver list. So I can give y'all that. So for my top 10 list, I've been number one. I have Tyreek Hill. Number two, I have Justin Jefferson. Number three, I have Debo Samuel. Number four, I have CD Lamb. Uh, five, I have Amara St. Brown. Six, I have Jamar Chase. Seven, I have AJ Brown. Eight, I have Brandon Ayuk. Three, I have Stephon Diggs, and then 10 is a mystery. I didn't put the number 10 there because I mean, you can go with Puka Nakua, you can go with Cooper Cup, you can go with um, Waddle, you can go with a lot of choices at 10. But yeah, Devin, if you're still here, man, the Giants are Giants, man. They're gonna be Giants, man, because they don't have a backup running back. They're kind of screwed there. So I mean, the Giants are gonna be Giants, man. But All right, so I took care of the NFC South. Now I did the NFC North. So next episode, I will definitely dive into um the last two divisions, the NFC East and then the NFC West. I'm gonna do that next episode. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the episode short today, fellas, viewers. Um, so yeah, with that being said, this is your boy JJL, Big J, and then yeah, we are out.